The effects of student stress. Presentation by the Chatterboxes. As a student, have you ever found yourself in sticky, stressful situations? I'm sure you have. Whether it's too much homework, that you're forced to cancel date night, or maybe you overslept because you were up late doing homework, and now you're late to work. Whatever stress you're facing, it's never easy. As a student, it's valuable that we recognize what our major causes of stress are, that we recognize how we handle it, and come up with healthy solutions for handling it, and implement those healthy solutions. Student stress is defined as feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and having physical and emotional tension.
Stress can be defined as a process in which environmental demands strain an organism's adaptive capacity, resulting in both psychological as well as biological changes that could place a person in a risk for illness. College students are prone to stress due to the transitional nature of college life and academic pressure. Student stress has become a major issue for students, particularly those pursuing higher education. Student stress can often make students perform poorly or lose motivation for assignments, and therefore, student stress has become a major issue in higher education. Due to the even increasing nature of student stress, institutions and individuals must work harder to counter student stress and the negative effects it has on student performance and motivation.
Every college student at first will experience some kind of stress or anxiety and so on. The main things that students stress about are your time, social change, emotional, and physical care. Time management, students are concerned that they will not be able to meet the instructor's deadlines when it comes to their homework. College students struggle to find a balance between their studies and part time employment. Students do not have enough time to obtain a good night's sleep or eat a nutritious diet that may become disorganized, resulting in tension and worry. For change, the fear of failing is the most common source of anxiety and stress in college students when it comes to forthcoming tests or presentation. During the first year of college, freshmen find it difficult to adjust to being away from family and all supportive authority figures. For emotional and physical, there's frustration, hopelessness, rage, sadness, depression are the most of the emotional consequences of college stress. Some simple questions to ask yourself. Will you be able to work part time and handle your coursework? What kind of schedule will fit my personal life? And getting a good night's sleep and not pulling all nighters to cram for a test help to be less stressed.
A possible solution to combat student stress is peer monitoring programs. This program allows students to discuss potentially stress-causing issues and feel supported during difficult times by a peer. Results from this study indicate that peer monitoring may be an effective way to ameliorate perceived stress among first semester graduate students in speech language pathology.
Another solution we have for solving student stress is exercise. It can be hard finding time to exercise while managing being a full time student, parent, spouse, and employee, but it can greatly benefit you in the long run. We recommend that you squeeze in a 30-minute workout in your schedule at least 4 days a week. Some examples include yoga and meditation, running or walking, weightlifting, and even bike riding. Allowing some time for getting creative is our third solution for reducing student stress. Creative activities allow us to think differently, be expressive, and it allows us to be experimental with our thoughts and people around us. Some examples include painting, playing guitar, reading a book, and even writing poetry.
We had talked about it being hard to make time during our days, but research shows that aerobic exercises that last at least 20 to 30 minutes present a calming effect that lasts for several hours. After discussing the possible solutions as a group, we came up with the consensus that exercise was our most promising solution to stress. With consistent findings by researchers, we feel the benefits can't be overlooked.
There are dangers to too much relaxation as well. For example, watching TV or playing video games is a way that many of us enjoy spending our time relaxing. But this can easily become an issue when it becomes an addiction or takes up too much of our time. Too much relaxation can lead to carelessness, a lack of motivation, and even an addiction to this relaxation.
All of the solutions that we have offered so far can be great ways to relieve stress. However, some of the solutions that we've mentioned could have some setbacks. For instance, joining a mentor program. Joining a mentor program doesn't always have positive effects. Occasionally, people are not joined with the right mentor, and this can lead to an overall negative experience. Perhaps they aren't as invested in you as they should be, or they just aren't equipped to help you in the ways that you truly need. Our next solution, exercise, could become problematic if you overutilize this form of stress relief. Too much of anything is never good. In addition, some people develop body dysmorphia or eating problems in conjunction with exercise. Another factor that could be a potential problem includes possible injury from exercise. Injuries would keep someone from being able to exercise for the short or long term, which wouldn't allow them to use this method for stress relief. Hobbies, on the other hand, could potentially lead someone to be overly distracted. Distracting oneself too far away from priorities will not relieve stress, but have an adverse effect instead.
Student stress can be overwhelming as they are caused by different situations and could keep students from seeing positive aspects of their daily lives. However, student stress can be managed and reduced by implementing and incorporating an effective combination of cognitive, physical, and nutritional elements to one's daily life. One way students can proceed implementing solutions for student stress is to communicate their feelings openly, communicate how they feel openly. Um, sorry. And how stress impact their lives. Limit homework, schoolwork, housework, and job work, and any work overload. Stress can be defined as negative emotional, physical state that results in being exposed to a threat. I'm sorry. Other effective ways to start implementing solutions for student stress is to keep all scheduling of appointments and other activities at a minimum. Take time to relax oneself, listen to music, as well as get enough sleep and eat a healthy diet. Stress coping refers to the ability to apply strategies that minimizes and manages stress responses. Some stress coping strategies include distancing. Using cognitive efforts to detach oneself minimizes the significance of the situation. Self-control, self-controlling. The regulation of one's feelings and actions to combat stress. Seeking social support. The seeking of informational support, tangible support, and emotional support. Accepting responsibility, acknowledging one's own role in the problem and trying to make it right.
Many students experience stress, and it's important that we learn strategies to manage it. Student stress can eventually cause one to perform poorly, and it affects their school performance, mental health, and personal social life. There are a number of causes, including poor time management, social change, and emotional and physical factors. Solutions include managing your time appropriately, keeping healthy, and being prepared. Participating in peer mentoring programs, adequate exercise, and creative activities can reduce stress levels. Disadvantages include a lack of motivation, too much downtime, and addictions to new hobbies. Anticipated problems with our solutions also include receiving negative feedback from peer mentoring programs. Exercising can lead to overexercising, body dysmorphia, and eating disorders. Lastly, creative hobbies can be distracting and get in the way of useful school time.
It's not the stress that kills us, it's our reaction. That's a quote by Hans Selye. As a student, managing school and our social life and our mental and physical health can be difficult. Monitoring programs, exercise, and creative hobbies can be used to manage stress, but too much of it can be an issue too. It is important that we learn how to manage these issues and implement healthy strategies to de stress.
Thank you.